I'm talking, and then you just like kind of like give me a heads up. Okay, sick. Hi, welcome to Hardmic for Overdrive episode. I don't know. You we can look at the Twitch thing. It was a lot. It's a good bit. Either way, it was a great show tonight. Got a lot to run down with Summer Series quickly approaching. I believe we have 2 more shows left now. Pretty uh, baller, if you ask me. The first person I want to talk to tonight actually opened up the show in what many would consider, probably to even himself, was a upset in John Baker the second.
Yes, sir.
Now, you had a match against Ryan Swift. I know Ryan Swift has almost been like a kind of a mentor-y type person to you in the latter months, weeks, however long, especially as you sort of approach this North American title match. But I just kind of want your thoughts on the night and where you are going.
Oh, boy. So, first off, I'll admit, I wasn't so sure I could pull that off, honestly, especially because of who Ryan Swift is. By default, you just know that he's just that good. Somehow I pulled it off, but now I gotta look ahead. Now I gotta look at the North American title, because I've had my eye on that for a long time. Now that title's currently bleeding green over on Ammo, thanks to Joshua Lockhart. That dude's got my attention right now. That is who I got my eye on.
Good. Okay. You saw him tonight fight Carter in what was a really thrilling matchup. I was a big fan of it. Of course, me, Ammo guy here.
Hashtag watch Ammo.
Was kind of help Carter. Carter's, I've been in the dojo, been around the dojo. It was just, a fun match back and forth. More on the whole cutthroat situation, I think, a little bit later. But do you feel like you're riding this like wave of momentum now that like maybe you didn't have earlier? Or, I think one thing that I'm worried about you is you have almost an underdog mentality to where you're almost undercutting what your own talent is. Do you think that's a bit of the case here, or do you think like that where you are sort of valuing yourself is warranted? Because you did just beat Ryan Swift. Granted, Ryan Swift has kind of been losing a decent bit lately, crude, and now he's going to probably get run over by Aaron Waite. But do you feel like you're ready for this North American thing? I mean, if you beat Lockhart, that might even be a bigger upset than beating Ryan Swift.
It might be. I'll be honest, after that, I think so. Because it's like you said, that underdog mentality, it's kind of been there. After that, I would say I got a just major boost on confidence there. If I wasn't sure if I was ready before, I feel ready now. That is for sure. Sometimes all it takes is one big moment. Hashtag moment maker.
You stop right there, and I feel like you like just are about to say something else, and then you don't. So it kind of takes me a sec.
You're good.
But going into, we have 2 more weeks left. You created a moment in beating Swift tonight. You have a moment on the horizon. What are your short-term goals to get there? Do you think if there's anybody else you need to knock off to maybe get one up on before you finally are ready, or do you feel ready now?
That's actually a difficult question because, like you said, and I'll admit, I was on a bit of a cold streak before tonight. That we can all agree. We all know this. Even though that was a huge boost, I think if I can get one more dub down, then I'll know for sure. Because one win, no matter who it's against, doesn't tell me everything I need to know. I'll be honest, I learned more watching Lockhart compete. And I'll admit, Sure, he didn't get the W, but is that really something to worry about when you see Carter Blackwell? I mean, that guy's a beast. So I can't shame nobody for losing to him. But the fact that he survived that long, that tells me, oh boy, I got some work ahead of me. So if there's anyone that I know I need to wake up for, it's Lockhart. I know he's a menace to society now.
All right. I will definitely keep all of that in mind. I know the board, everybody is excited to see what you do in these next couple of weeks and are looking forward to your North American title match. It's a huge opportunity for you. It's a huge hurdle to get over, but if anyone can get over hurdles, I think you've done it so far. I think you can continue doing that as well. The next match that we had this evening, I'll rotate back around to Swift, who is the loser in that match. That's not necessarily a shot at him. But the next match, we actually had Hella Reed versus Athena, and Hella Reed actually picked up a win, a huge moment of momentum, focusing back in on the women's division. But that wasn't necessarily a qualifying thing. Hella Reed picks up a nice big win. Athena might need to bounce back in the upcoming weeks as well. Actually, before we move on, I kind of want to talk to some of the people who weren't booked exclusively tonight and get their thoughts on Summer Series as a whole. I believe Tyler Jones is here.
I am.
Now, Tyler, you weren't one of the 4 people that were selected for the Overdrive Summer Series team. It went to Mike and Jelani, as well as Barmore and Josh Wolf. And I know you have had some interworkings with some of those people. What are your thoughts? Where do you feel like you're at now?
Right now, I'm at some sort of limbo that I need to get myself out of. Right now, I can see why those 2 people were picked over me, Jelani and Mike. Mike's a incredible competitor, and to be honest, one of the best overdrives got. And Ricky Jelani, I mean, look at the guy. He's an absolute beast. He's going to pick up one day, and he's going to be one of the top dogs in overdrive, and hopefully that I can try and get myself out of this limbo. I just need to start just clicking somewhere. I haven't been the same for a while now, and I need to find something that can get me going and get me on a nice good streak. Just try and find a win here and there. Right now, in my opinion, just take any opportunity I get and move on from there. If it's in the tag division with me and Phoenix, I'm fine with that. If the North American Championship comes back to Overdrive, maybe I'm suitable fit there. Who knows? At this point right now, I'm just in a place that I need to get myself out of. It's a struggle for not just me, but other people also in the in this huge place of COH. But I'm pretty confident I can lift myself out of this limbo that I've supposedly put myself into.
Now, I want to rotate back around for a sec, because while I agree with some of the things you said, I don't necessarily think you said anything. Not to be critical, of course, but I'm in a limbo. I'm going to try to get out of the limbo. Here's some things that I could do. I want to know what you want to do, how you plan on getting out of it. I don't care on where you're sitting right now. I want to know how you get out. Right? If next week, if you had a chance, you mentioned the North American title. Do you want a match with John Baker, or do you and Phoenix want to try to fight against Jelani and Angel, or Barmore and Josh Wolf? If you had to choose a matchup for next week, and I'm not going to guarantee it yet, right? But I want to know what your actual goal is here, because there's a saying, if you aim at nothing, you'll always hit it. but I want you to actually aim at something, because if you're not going to aim and shoot out of this hole, out of this rut, out of this weird limbo that you say you're in, then you actually have to focus and hit something.
You know what? You're exactly correct, and I feel like there's one person that can get this side of me, that can get it out and start to bring back something. And it happened a while ago when I was in a triple threat match. And if he's up for the occasion, I know he said he wants to get one more win. John, and if you're ready for it, I'm down for next week, buddy. I don't care what you say or have to say. I want you, no matter what. And you know what? Let's count it out of our, little series that we have going on. Right now you're 2-0 against me in one-on-one competition. Let's see if I can change that, get a win under you. And you know what? I feel like we can release another banger, my brother. And if you're not down with that, I don't know what else, brother. I guess you're just not willing to lose to somebody who hasn't been in the best shape lately.
You know what? It's like he said earlier, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I actually would like to see you get that shot. You're on.
That's
I'm
a
in.
quote by Wayne Gretzky. I said, if you aim at nothing, you'll always hit it. But I digress. The point is, I think we might have a match for next week. Isn't that fun and exciting? Now, moving on a little bit forward from there, I kind of want to... This is going to be so much to kind of just sift through real quick. Actually, before we sift through some stuff, I think Brandon Ace is also here. I don't fully know. Sick. Then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of break down this whole tag team turbulence, turmoil, whatever alliteration you want to throw together, that is both the Summer Series team and the announcement of the undisputed tag team title match that we're going to have, which has already confirmed 3 teams, in which 2 of which are from Rise, and then we have the champs from Overdrive and Chris and Jack. I want to start off with you two, the champs, as you two had an incredible matchup here tonight, but you didn't pick up the win. And I want to know your guys' thoughts both about the matchup tonight and your thoughts about Daniel Lyons, Devlin Townsend, and Richie Rich going forward.
If you want me to be honest, I'm sorry. Go on. You were saying?
No, go. You take it, bro. You take it.
I'm not too worried about the loss tonight. I mean, it's kind of hard to focus on a match when you're told like 30 seconds before your music hits, hey, by the way, you're defending in like a couple weeks and you've got like all this bullshit to deal with. Have fun. Good luck. So it's a little difficult to keep your mind on the match at hand. So fair play to them. They did beat us. I'm not gonna make any excuses for it. It's just difficult to keep your mind in the right spot. But I'm not honestly, I'm not too worried about the Summer Series match. Now that could just be me being cocky, right? But let's run through it real quick. Townsend teamed with him, did nothing with him. Not a good team, mate. Lions faced him 1-on-1, beat him. Chris Aaron, one of the most decorated superstars to never have won a world title ever. He's phenomenal at what he does. When we're not on the back foot in this match. People seem to think we are, but we're really not. Going into this match as champs, it's a bit of a disadvantage, sure, but there is no such thing as a disadvantage when you're as talented as me and Aaron are. Aaron, you go. Say what you were going to say before I cut you off.
Yeah, sorry. I left the arena and I immediately started stuffing my face with some local Mexican food. You're gonna have to excuse my kind of full mouth. Damn, this place is good.
What the fuck?
So let's talk.
You didn't get an invite?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
Say what?
Just normally when I leave the arena, I usually invite my tag team partner Oliver Windsor, and then I get a sick deal at Windsor Hut. Like that's usually the
Did you at least
run
put me up?
around. But
Did you at least
yeah,
put me up a chicken and cheese quesadilla, man? What the fuck?
Dude, you know I did. It's on the way to your hotel. You got it. Don't worry.
All right. I trust you.
I take care of my people.
I trust you.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing the headspace you'll be in whenever you're told as you're walking out what you're doing, and you have to immediately not only focus on the people in front of you, but you also have to think about what's going on in the future. You have to plan for these things, and like Jack said, not going to make excuses. But hey, at least at least we were told. Usually, we find out when we watch our match back from commentary. So hey, at least we were told something. But yeah, I don't know. Jack and I were not looking to be tag champs. Jack and I weren't looking to even be in the voting for Swing Vote. We were not thinking about that at all when it got dropped on us. Said, "Oh, hey, by the way, like you're an option." We're like, "Oh shit, okay." I mean, let's do it, right? Like whatever, we'll go out there and see what we can do. We haven't actually, been booked to team with each other yet. So it was, first outing. So that was fun. But hey, we got the job done. We went out there and faced one of the best teams in the company. We walk out the champs. It's great, but it's kind of weird to readjust being a tag team guy now. Nothing against Jack. Jack is great. One of the most talented people in this company by far. Trust me. Especially on this show. Damn. Anyway, I gotta say, hearing about this interpromotional match back and forth, it's gonna be Overdrive, Rise, unifying tag titles, all that. I haven't talked to a lot of those Rise guys in a minute. Jack, what do you think? What do you think about those Rise guys over there? Yeah.
Try not to. If I think about Townsend for too long, my neck starts to hurt.
Damn. That makes sense. I think I'm not. Okay.
It's because he's a.
I'm not
Get
gonna,
it? He's a.
I'm not going to decipher that. I'm not going to try to
big,
decipher that.
Yeah.
No.
He's a big dude. Fuck it. Whatever.
It could be height. Could be a lot of things. Who knows?
It's because he's. You know what? Fuck it. Move on.
Yeah.
well,
I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen. I mean, there's a lot of OGs over on that Rise roster. I haven't spoken to a lot of them in a while. I think I might drop by. I think I might knock on some Rise doors next week. I don't know if you want to join me, Jack, personally, but I think that would be a really good idea.
Not a bad idea. You've had worse ideas.
It could be very entertaining, at least. I don't have the authority, and I'm not saying I know where everything's gonna be or like how to like get into the building. I'm not gonna say any of that. But
you know what?
I know how to get there. I'm in there every week.
You know what? Actually,
we do like Dave then pretty easily.
I was just gonna say. I think I know a couple of people, one or two. Not gonna say any names. Don't want to get anybody in trouble. But I think I know somebody who might leave that door open for there.
Oh my!
Damn. I guess we might have to the doors.
There's one aspect though that I want to bring your guys's to your guys' attention here, and that was the fact that I believe it was mentioned that this match is not technically official yet. It is not officially a triple threat. It is at least a triple threat match. And looking at the Rise side, I can I lost the titles to Lions and Devlin. Like that's fair. That's on me. I don't know how Diamonds of War really got there. I guess you take one helicopter to the arena and they put you in a title match. But I do want to just kind of not to necessarily rain on your guys' parade, but I do want to kind of highlight the fact that tonight we saw a tag team be very successful in their singles matches. One of which was against Matsuda Tanaka. The other one was against the North American champion in an ammo arena in Cutthroat Inc. We already have Richie Rose for the world title, but they don't necessarily have that match at SummerSlam either. And I don't understand how you can put one of these teams that don't have a title in, but not them yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, hey, listen. I mean, the nice thing about there being a mystery fourth team. The nice thing about it is, right?
Is there a nice thing about it?
Yeah, no, there is. The nice thing is that, I mean, there's already two from Rise, right? We're one from Overdrive. So clearly there's going to be, in my opinion, another Overdrive team. How are you going to have three Rise teams and one Overdrive? That doesn't make any sense. There's got to be another Overdrive team. And I mean, fuck, there's only two other teams.
There's two?
Well, I mean, we got beat by one tonight. And then you got
they're
the guys
Summer Series team. They're the Summer Series team. That was a team synergy, team building exercise, trying to get on the same page.
Can they not? Fight twice? Can they not fight twice?
I think come on, Dave. Come on.
Are we really cutting around the corner here? Can we just make that official?
Yeah, you know what? Hey, fuck, yeah, Dave Carter. Hey, with all respect in the world to you guys, I'm not even. Usually I come in here, I'm ready to shit on whoever I'm talking to. Not going to do that today. Let you guys can interject if you want. If you're going to be in this,
I'm just saying. I think me and Dave have built up that much credibility in our own rights. But we should be in this match as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
We haven't got an issue with each other, right? What happens if we just go to Summer Series and just beat the shit out of Rise, and then fight each other?
I've heard worse ideas. Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
I mean, it's like I have the most respect for you guys in the world because I know how difficult it is to hold this division down for a while. Because God knows I did it, and you know what? You guys had it. You guys had it a little bit harder because you had to pull it back after whatever the fuck happened to me in APH. Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah.
But listen.
Yep.
I'm sorry for giving that to you, by the way. That was rough. But I think you have a point. I think you have a really good idea. Yeah. They didn't think that through, did they?
They really didn't. No.
I think they think that we're all gonna hate each other and go in wanting to tear each other apart. But
yeah, but I mean, I feel like there's a mutual respect between the four of
us. Damn. I guess
but not that team. They just beat the shit out of each other, right? They just did it this week.
Yeah.
They're fucking punching the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, I mean, not to say we're not gonna fight.
Of course.
I mean, one of you two are going to have to walk out with the tag team titles.
Yeah.
But
but it will be. But one of you will be one of us two, is what we're saying. Yeah.
We'll break their kneecaps, and then we'll Cutthroat Inc. and Aaron and Jack will do their thing. Yeah. We'll entertain the masses. It's what we do.
Yeah.
And I'll bring my secret weapon, that Lockhart scene tonight.
They brought your horse out, I saw.
I'll bring my
making me blush. I'm blushing.
I mean, you guys right now seem to be more on the same page than the Rise Summer Series team. But before we go full on into Summer Series, I want to thank you guys for your time. I brought a guest.
All right.
I brought a guest with me to help do some interviews, and I really have some questions for Carter and Dave in their individual matches here tonight. And that guest is none other than the Rise World Champion, Daddy Brett Curtis.
Let's go! It's the one true world champion of this company. Let's go!
Get it. Someone get up here and give him head. Let's go. Mm-hmm. All right.
Could I just say real quick, I haven't had the chance to talk to Brett. Thank you for giving me a world champion to look up to. Thank God.
Hey, that's no problem, pal. I got your back. The people needed one, and I gave them one. It's great to be here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have the world champion of Riot. We have the 1 and 2 champs right here, and then we got Lockhart's at 3 and the tag team divisions, and then we probably the women might be somewhere higher than some of the other people. I haven't thought all of that through. But Brett, you're here. You had some things to say. Had some questions, maybe.
Oh, of course, man, of course. So I wanted to talk to the men that may possibly go into Summer Series for the tag title. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to what's her face is Cutthroat Inc. Hey guys, hello gamers. So Carter,
What's good, pal?
How does it feel winning tonight? How did it feel? I don't know if that question's already been asked. How does it feel to beat Joshua Lockhart, a North American champion? How does that make you feel? Does it, get a little boosted confidence again for you?
I think it made me want to go to Arby's because we got the meats.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the meats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a big old hog.
Yeah.
Big hog. All right. So Dave.
Yes,
how did it feel
sir.
being Matsuda Tanaka? I mean, that's a.
I mean,
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0.
it's not even 2-0 at this point. I'm pretty sure it's like 3.
3-0. Ain't never been
Something like
suplexed.
But, yeah, never been suplexed. My ass too big.
Now, I need to talk about this. The people have been asking, is it true? Is it canon that you've never been suplexed?
It is canon. This is factual.
You heard it here first, folks. It is canon that he has never been suplexed before. That's stunning. I mean, I'm blushing a little bit. I mean, I wish I was never suplexed. Dave, I gotta give it to you. Now, let's be a little serious here, gamers. Let's be a little serious here. Are you really do you want this tag titles again? Do you want to?
I mean, of course we want the tag titles again. Why wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have respect for Aaron, we have respect for Jack, but I mean, of course, we're going to want the belts. Like, every tag team should aspire to hold the gold.
I agree.
Some people in this division don't realize that as much as others, but at least Jack and Aaron do.
Yeah. So now that whole they're coming together, we're gonna make the undisputed tag titles. I don't think Bill talked about it enough. Sorry, Bill, that's not a shot at you. But now that those things are coming together, how does that make you feel? Do you think that's better for the tag division for a one single tag title? Is that you think that's okay?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
We need to have it so that we can actually have some competition around here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys over there have competition.
Well,
we have Cutthroat, and then we have Jack and Chris. It's hard carrying this division on our backs.
That is fair. I had to agree with you there. So, what do you plan to do after winning those tag titles? You know what I'm saying? You have any plans, or are you just going to keep doing what you did before? Dominate. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we'll dominate. Firstly, before we dominate and that, once we win, I would like to say that we're also going to celebrate with the Ammo locker room and the Ammo dojo.
Yeah, let's
Hashtag
go.
watch Ammo.
Yeah. I just love ammo, man. I can't get enough of ammo. I mean,
man, I live, breathe, sleep ammo.
Ammo gets me rock hard.
I can tell. Trust me, we saw.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett, do you know how to say love in Spanish? Ammo.
Yeah. Fun fact: I left my 5th wife for ammo. I love ammo wrestling, so that is canon, by the way. All right.
You just keep marrying these women so you can leave them for this business. That's true dedication to this craft. People these days don't understand.
I agree with you. You're a smart man, Dave. All right.
The world champion, ladies and gentlemen, Brett Curtis.
I'm so hot.
Breaked up.
Hey, Brett.
Brett, you make me happy.
Thank you.
Brett Smooch. Brett Smooch.
Let's go. What a guy. You might call him back later for something. I don't know. But for now, let's go to the other half of this sort of tag team chaos. I think the best way to do this, I think we have two of the people here. I don't think any of the people who were announced tonight were able to make it to Hardmic, but we have Jeremy Barmore and Josh Wolf, one half of the Summer Series team, and you guys picked up a huge win here tonight.
Hell yeah, we did. Hey, Jeremy, great work out there, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, I'll say good job, good job. It was good that, you and I could actually be able to work together for once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like over the last, couple of months that somebody's been getting real reckless here lately with some of the stuff that they've been saying. I ain't gonna act like I'm some type of saint. But I will say you've kind of been diving into the deep end head first more than I have.
I will admit to it. I've been getting a little bit out of my head recently. That's on me, though.
No, but that's no here or there. The fact of the matter is now we're walking into SummerSlam. Summer Series, and we're gonna be taking on Roz, and now we know.
Three out of the four people.
Team.
Yeah. And your entire team. My main question for you guys, and then I'll let you guys have the mic for a little bit longer, is that you have your full team. It is Jeremy Barmer, Josh Wolf, Mike Angel, and Ricky Delaney. How do those two additions affect the chemistry that you guys kind of have, despite your back and forth? But you guys have kind of been able to get on the same page. Do you think those guys will be able to get back on the same page with you?
You know what? I honestly think so. Because, let's face it. Think about who we got now. We got the Sus God team with us. And now we got basically another brick house standing beside me. Who would have ever thought at this time me, Ricky Delaney would be a part of the same team?
That's a lot of meat there.
Me, him. I know, right?
Richie Rosenwald is somewhere really excited about the amount of meat in that match.
Yeah.
I want to sit here and try to think. Like last night, because I tuned in to Roz's Hardmic, and I listened to everything that the team captain, if I'm not mistaken, Oliver Windsor.
Yes.
Sit here and say that it was a great decision that he was named team captain. And you know what? Might be right. Might be right on that. By the way, I'm not throwing any of this at you because, I can't really say this to Oliver's face, but I am just making this known. Last year, though, you remember, you had you came out there in the, Windsor came out there in the Jushin Thunder Liger tribute stuff last year, didn't he?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I remember it all. I wasn't even the team captain, but you got to remember something, man. I beat him and eliminated him from that match. Now, a year later, the both of us are the team captains of both sides. I know that Swift thinks that decision is going to just make sure that y'all come out with the victory. But what about his other choices of teammates? Really? No offense, but Mamba? And
I'm just
saying. Three guys can't stand each other, okay? Now they are expecting them, me and Josh, we have our differences, but we're working through them. And neither one of us have got a problem with Delaney and Mike Angel.
Not at all.
These three guys do. Now, I don't have any idea who the fourth person is. I know he's trying to make that some big surprise, but I really think that this is going to work. Last year, it didn't do too well with us.
I don't want to...
I believe we had Thomas Daddy.
Oliver Windsor as a team captain, because at last we've been co-captains, and this is him running solo, he's going for 3-0. My question to you guys isn't necessarily how the thing that makes Windsor such a interesting person to try to devise a scheme around is how tactical he is with his team building and how he can make people who hate each other work well together. That's what happened last year, and that's why we were actually able to pick up the win. The year before that, I don't remember the whole ins and outs of the team, but I'm just curious on what is your full strategy. I mean, granted, I know you've only had about like 2 hours maybe to plan, but what do you want to do in these upcoming weeks to make sure you guys are on the best possible page and have the best strategy for victory? Because otherwise, it's going to be 3 years in a row for Rise winning. And that really comes down to you, Barmore.
I mean, we gotta capitalize on the chemistry that we all have. Like, I mean, we gotta see how well we gel with Jelani and Angel. Yeah. So I mean, we gotta make sure that everybody has a common goal. Everybody has that common point to make sure that we're just like me and Josh, that we're on the same page, that we are ready to go in for a war with Rise. That's what we have to do. Really, our goal, I mean, there'll probably be other ones, but the main thing that we got to do is to shut y'all down.
Absolutely.
That's what we have to do.
Mind if I interject here? And this is no offense to you, Bill, but when you talk about strategy with Oliver Windsor, I'm just getting flashbacks to the past year of his career where he always says that he's going to do something and then the opposite happens. Let's just go back. WrestleCade said that y'all would keep those championships. Y'all lost them. The TV championship, he said that he was going to beat Psycho G because Psycho G wasn't focused on him. What happened? He lost that TV championship. If he wants to make the claim that they're better than us, then I'm just going to go ahead and sit back and say, well, we already know the decision. Because everything he says has ended up not coming to fruition, has it? He's the anti-Midas of this company. Every piece of gold he gets withers away before his hands. And we're going to do the same thing at Summer Series. We're going to rip that victory away from him piece by piece.
That's an interesting statement to make. I'd argue, for the simple fact that I don't think you realize how much Windsor has made out of nothing. You can say he's turned golden opportunities into, failed on those ends. Sure, we've all failed when it comes to opportunities, right? But the fact that he has been able to create this legacy in these types of matches, create this legacy when it comes to tag team wrestling as a whole, create greatness, if you will, at a very little, is something that I think you guys should take a little more seriously. And otherwise, I feel like it might end up biting you in the rear.
Oh, don't worry about that, because let me tell you something. If there's anybody that can sit here and appreciate that, it is me. I feel like me and him were in the same boat. Wasn't that much fanfare when I got into this company. There was no one that was given probably even more little at that time than me. Because by the time I got here, you guys had already went the brand that y'all are on now. So believe me, I understand that he was really given little to nothing and was able to create a legacy that will be remembered in this company for. At the same time, we are just trying to slowly build ours. The way that we build ours is by going through Oliver, going through Team Roz. That's how we got to do it. We are going to do it. We are more determined. We're more focused on doing that.
Break down the foundation of the quote-unquote A show. That's what we got to do.
That's
Watch
fair.
the
That's a
whole
fair statement.
building collapse before it.
That's fair. It's always fair. I think I don't necessarily want to call him, but I see him, and I'm curious because he said you kind of mentioned him earlier, and one thing that I think can also be a downfall for teams. I'm not necessarily claiming you guys, but you did mention him earlier, which is kind of sad that I think he kind of sneak dissed him a little bit because I think he kind of wants you guys to win too. But Mamba isn't happy, and I think that's you don't want to make Mamba unhappy. I don't know if he's actually around or not. If he wants to, I think he had general tips. Otherwise, you also got the mystery fourth, and we have no idea who that's going to be.
I think he's.
I was about to say unhappy. Like what? And what? The way I said his name or something was that it? Because
I don't know.
Because let's face it, we already know that he technically really doesn't want to be a part of the team. Like he doesn't really care about any of this. But I will say this as well. Last night, I heard him say that he was just going to knock the fuck out of every single one of us that is over here on this team. And I can tell you right now, Mamba, may not want to be a part of it, but you are.
He added on to that, actually. He said he also wanted to beat the fuck out of everybody on his team, so wild card right there. Huh?
Yeah, and let's face it, I don't blame him. I really don't blame him, because he can't get along with anybody that's over there on that team. But also, come on.
Hi, Barmore.
If it comes down to it, man, you're going to get put down.
Big club solos.
Barmore, hi. Say hi back. Say hi back. Oh.
Say hi back.
What's going on?
Thank you. I came to give some tips, As you know, actually first I want to apologize to you, Bill. It's unnecessary breaking out at you. I was just really mad in the moment, My bad.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you're good.
But I came here out of spite for Windsor and Jarek and Swift. To say, y'all team over. I like Overdrive, right? But there's a lot of guys that I like in Overdrive. We got Cutthroat Inc. I love Cutthroat Inc. Chris Aaron, Jack Hunter, good guys. Overdrive is pretty cool. So I just want to come in and say, in terms of whoever the fourth guy is, whoever Jarek, Windsor, hate them. I hope you guys pin them to the best of your ability. But me, I'm just in it for the prize at this point. And if all of you guys eliminate them in 10 seconds, right? I'll hire a hitman, right? I'll hire a hitman. I'll give them NyQuil before the match, and then you guys can pin them in 10 seconds, and I can just carry the entire team and get the prize for myself. That's the plan, alright? If the NyQuil plan doesn't work, you guys need some tips and tricks from Team Rise. Jarek. I've beaten Jarek. It's pretty hard. Jarek's a good guy. Not a good guy, but he's a good wrestler. And what it takes to defeat Jarek is kick out skills. I know you guys are good at kicking out, right? Y'all are good at kicking out, right? You guys.
Well, we won tonight, so of course. We good at
so
that.
just kick out. That's all you got to do. Kick out.
I was dropped on my head
make sure you hit him with big moves. And his punches hurt a lot. So try to avoid the punches at all costs. In terms of Windsor, there's two great strategies that I've figured out. Last night I figured out that he does not like when I call Yvonne Ivany. So you call Yvonne Ivany, he gets really mad, right? If you're good at dodging, right, you can just dodge. You can tucker him out, and then you can hit him with a roll up. 1, 2, 3. It's done. It's that easy. And also, if he's angry, he can't think. He can't do his tactical wrestling or whatever that nerd calls it. Yeah, it's that easy.
So what you're saying is get in his head.
Yeah, get in his head. It's that easy. I also wanted to send a message. Windsor, Ivany, Jarek, Swift, whoever the fourth guy is that they don't know, that I don't know. If you're listening, fuck you. I really hope that we lose. Hashtag watch ammo. Love that Richie Rose guy. He's number one contender. Richie Rose, new world champion. Preach. Prayer circle. whatever you used to call it. Okay. But also, Barmar, I heard you talking trash. Just know at the pay-per-view, I'm gonna kick all your asses too. There's no mercy. Alright. Bye, Bill. Bye, guys. Also, Brett was here. Bye, Brett, if you're still here. Bye, guys.
Bye, Big Buck.
Bye.
Bye, Dave.
Man,
Honestly, that was surprising. I thought he was
By
going
the way,
to rip into us.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
But also, by the
He
way,
did-
I just wanted to think.
he
I just
did
wanted
say
to
he
know
was gonna
one
still
small
beat all
thing.
you guys, though, which is
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
kinda
I mean,
baller.
a whole lot. Here's the thing: words are silver, actions are gold. Gonna have to really go out there and try to do what you're going to do. We are. Just hope that he can. But there is one thing I do want to ask. Swift said something about a prize. Is that for both sides or is
I
one
assume so.
side? Because
If he's only
Listen, I'm
doing
not
it
your
for
I'm about
acting
to say, if there's a
GM right
prize,
now. I don't know who your acting
damn, like
GM
if there's a
is now.
prize at the
If
end
we
of this,
had
then
a
I think
team
we should have a
ammo,
little
I
bit of the
could
prize.
promise them stuff, but like I assume there's things on the line here for
This is fixing
either
to say,
team who wins. Maybe it's a pizza party. You guys like pizza? Maybe it's
that shit
maybe
not.
some pizza. Maybe
not
some wings. You guys like wings?
Well, I mean, your boy does.
What
Your
about
boy does
chicken
enjoy a
fingers?
wing every now and then. I mean, I'm 300 pounds. What do you expect? But at the same time,
You
I
guys like
won't sit there and
chicken
be like,
fingers?
I don't know. Maybe not anything from Windsor Hut. I'm just going to be 1,000% honest with you.
That shit's trash. That
W.
that shit gave me a virus, I think.
What a huge W. Fuck Windsor Hut, dude.
I assume you do have you will have some prizes, but I do want to catch this segue real quick. Just answer the question. You guys like chicken fingers?
Fuck.
Just answer.
I don't
Just say yes or
never
no.
eat chicken fingers in my life.
Listen.
Well, I know someone who likes fingers, and that's the Overdrive World Champion.
Hey. Get on in here.
No, W transition. That was great.
Get on in here, boy.
What the fuck?
Quinn, you've had a lot of people really kind of take shots at you. How do you feel?
As I've said before, they can kiss my ass.
But other than that, how do you feel like going into this title match against Richie Rose?
Well, I've had my doubters all this time during my reign. I've had people say that I'm not a great world champion, that this person or that person will be a better champion. But I've proved them all wrong before. I didn't win at the Rumble. I didn't damn it. Let me try this again. I didn't win at all these pay-per-views for nothing. I didn't defeat Chris Aaron, Gabe Henderson, and all those men that swing vote for nothing. I went out there every time to prove to everyone that I am the best world champion that COH has ever seen.
Wait, you're Brett Curse?
Shut up, Dave.
No.
Why would you say that Brett Curse is the best champion when he hasn't done shit with it yet?
Because it's Brett Curse. Big up Brett Curse.
Anyways, when it comes to Richie Rose at Summer Series, I will make sure that he will end up like everyone else. That he will be laying there on the mat, defeated
I'm
like
sure you'll
everyone
try.
else.
I'm very sure you'll try, but you won't. I'm
Oh,
sure
hey,
you'll
Richard.
try, Quinn. I'm really sure you'll try. But here's the thing, Quinn. The reason why I beat you a couple weeks ago wasn't because you slipped up, wasn't because it was a surprise, because you're predictable. And all of this shit that you said was completely predictable. I didn't even listen to half of it. But the thing is, from the chunk I heard, you're predictable and you're boring. And even if you are having this whole win streak that you keep on saying that you have, that all of this doesn't matter come the pay-per-view, yeah, it won't. Because we'll get a better world champion. That's the only thing I'm going to get out of this. And everyone keeps on saying, oh, you lost in North America to someone from Ammo. If anything, that shows Ammo is better than Overdrive right now. If any of you want to keep on complaining about that shit, how about you go down and try? Huh? Yeah, I bet you won't. I bet you fucking won't. So, Quinn, whatever you said, it doesn't matter. I got more ammo for you at the press conference next week. I don't care. I want to dip in real quick and, mute your bullshit because that's all you speak most of the time anyway. You bore everyone to fucking death. The psycho killer bullshit. You don't fool me. You don't fool me for shit. I can't bother with that. I can't bother being going to the psycho killer, the world champion, the people who are blah, blah, blah. Again, if you can't back up what you say, if you can't back up respect and humility, you will eventually fail. And I will be the one that will be the catalyst in order to keep you where you belong. And that is very low and not even near this championship. But can I deny you have the championship? No. But will I deny that I'll get the championship at Summer Series? No. Because I will get it. Because you may be bigger than me, but I'm smarter than you, Quinn. By every aspect. I don't care what you think. I don't care what anyone else thinks. Because I know what I am. I have been the greatest for 5 years. You've been here for what, like close to a year? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear all this shit you say on Twitter. I don't want to hear the shit that you say here. Laying down on the mat, choking me. The best thing you'll do is eat my fingers, and that's it. Because that's what you're good at. You're good at sucking fingers, and that's the end.
Okay.
So I'll make sure that I'll get my fingers nice and moist for you, buddy. I'll make sure that it'll be nothing. I'll make sure that you have nothing come Summer Series. You want the Psycho Killer, you won't have any of that. You won't even have that championship. And I have been the one cutthroat member you couldn't beat twice. So even if you, by a slim chance, win at Summer Series, I will have that over you. You will not say that you have beaten a member of Cutthroat 3 times, every member, because you couldn't beat me. I may have lost to Jay Carter tonight, but that's because he's unpredictable. I didn't face him before in a one-on-one. I did you, and I beat you simple and clean, and there ain't nothing you can say to that. You want to hold losses to people's chests, then I'll hold it close to you that is fucking vacuum sealed. So keep your head up. Because time isn't on your side, boy. Because come a couple weeks, you will know the name Richie Rose as the Overdrive World Champion.
Dave.
That man spit bars.
Just like me for.
He's left the
Bill?
world champ absolutely speechless. He
Bill?
murdered him on the bike.
I want to say something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rose, you want to talk all this shit to me? You want to say that you won't, that I won't defeat you come Summer Series? I'm one of the most successful men that this company has ever seen. Sure, I've had my share of losses, but look at all the wins I have gotten. I have, even if I lost someone, I eventually got that lost. I eventually won over them. You won't be any different. The Summer Series, I will put you 6 feet fucking under. And AMO may be this great company, but I'm not afraid to walk through those doors and make any of those men in that company suffer.
Wow, all of that, you have said nothing new. You are stupid.
Quinn, how about this? Let's create something for you. I don't have a name for it, but I sense your hostility here. I sense you want to make a statement. So next week, we'll give you that opportunity. I don't necessarily know against who. I don't necessarily know where it's going to be on the card, but we'll give you the opportunity to make that statement to solidify yourself going forward. You know, you weren't able to wrestle tonight. You saw Richie come up just short. We'll give you an opportunity next week. All right. The last thing I really want to cover here tonight, and I know Lions is a big, social media, he's the most trending guy of the week. I don't know if he was the most trending person of the show or not. This was just probably maybe one of my favorite things. And that was Aaron Waite showed up and had this cool, projection of himself sort of appear, kind of and he said a lot of really cool things. One of which I believe was he was going to burn down Ryan Swift's house. Kind of sick. And I think he finished that with, you never would have challenged me. And I know Swift, I know you're here. So I just kind of want to get your final thoughts, and then, we'll wrap this up. Like safe sex. Wow. Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like.
I knew that. No, you don't know what sex is. But Swift, essentially, what I really want from you is I want your thoughts in return. How do you feel after that? How do you feel after tonight? How do you just feel in general? I know it's been a rough couple months for you, losing to Crude, losing to John tonight. I know you probably like John a little more than you like Crude, but now you have a monstrous opponent in front of you. Some dude who I've seen what he can do. He's a very dangerous individual.
Well, I can't. Lie
he's a man
to you.
of promise.
Yeah.
This is as well.
It's weird because I did come out on the show last week and I called him out and the word got back to him and that's why he came on the show tonight, and it's everything he said was expected, but it wasn't expected. Listen, I know everybody who knows who Aaron Waite is, and as you said, if you've seen social media, you know all about him, you know the struggles that he's been through, and I feel like the things I said about him last week, he might have misunderstood, because it seems like in this little package that he was doing here tonight, that he thinks I'm trying to, call out his misfortunes, that I'm trying to make fun of him in some sort of way. Aaron, I don't know if you're listening to this, because you kind of just went away right after the promo, but let me tell you, if you're listening to this out there, anywhere in the world, if you're out there, somewhere listening to this broadcast, I am not making fun of you. I am not calling out your misfortunes, because I know what you're going through. You might not believe that, you might not get it, you might not see us kind of being in the same situation, but we are. I know exactly how you feel. But you're coming at me. I'm trying to help you, Aaron Waite. I am trying to help you get past this weird, terrible phase, because I'm in the same damn phase. I'm in the same damn phase. Have you seen what I've been through this year? You want to talk about burning down houses? My house literally got burned down. My family van, gone. Nada. Goodbye. I have made a lot of losses, been in a lot of crises. This year has been so tough on me, as much as it's been tough on you. I know what you're going through, and this is why I made the challenge, because only one of us can get through it. And I do truly believe what happens at Summer Series, we can get through the pain. This isn't to make fun of you, this isn't to beat you while you're down, this is to overcome the challenge. That is why I made this match. This is why I called you out, and I'm glad. I am glad you answered. Because honestly, I didn't think you had the balls to show up. I didn't think you had the balls to even respond to me. but you did. And you say you wish I didn't call you out? Maybe you shouldn't have accepted, Aaron. Because you're gonna bring out something else. See, you're not like any other opponent I've had. This is a different situation. Crude, absolute hatred. That guy can go, I don't know, kick a dead horse. I don't know. I don't care about him, okay? Lions, blood feud, family. This is different. This is a different type of situation. Aaron, you're coming into my house. I ain't going to your house, you're coming to my house. And when you come to my house, you listen to me. You abide by my rules. This is my house, this ain't your house, okay? At Summer Series, you think you're in the dumps? Mate, you haven't even seen all the trash that's about to come. Trust me, I was trying to be fair and I was trying to be respectful about this, but it's clear you're neither of those things, and I really thought you would have been like that, but apparently not. Your worst mistake was accepting the challenge, and at Summer Series, you're done. You're done, buddy. You're done, mate. I'ma send you back packing to Australia so you can get real close to a camera once again and make weird faces while talking really fucking close. I don't get why you get so close to the camera. It doesn't make sense. Who promos like that? It's very weird, but nonetheless, he's done. He's done, Bill. He's done.
Kind of a cool promo, though.
It's a bit cool, but I also don't want to see what he ate for dinner. You know what I mean?
So you talked about his tiny package.
He probably has a tiny package. Listen, I don't know. I mean, he has. I guess he has a little bull
Listen,
sack.
you were
for
talking about
accepting.
this little video package. You said,
"Oh, okay, I
that's
see
a
what
little
you
too
mean."
far there, Swift.
Listen, I don't care what
Yeah,
he's
you're talking-
packing. Okay, it could be a 2-pack or it could be a 1-pack, or hell, it could be a whole. I don't know. Who knows? Who's seen down there? I don't know. Maybe Sunshine's seen down there.
You need to stop talking. You need to stop talking, man.
I do.
I get you're frustrated. And you said a lot. You said a lot of stuff there. Like
I did. I did.
You know,
I don't know what else to
you
say.
got anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the time for talking's done. Man, shut up, Brett. Anyways, yeah.
That was Brett. I was a fan.
I was a fan.
Voicing their opinions.
Why do you sound like Brett?
Yeah.
Bill, I don't know.
sometimes
Did
sound
you
the
have anything else you want to ask me? Because I just had to get that off my chest. I don't know.
I mean, I understand where you're at mentally. Well, I empathize or sympathize, whatever one makes more sense here. Where you're at mentally and why you need this match. But I think it's dangerous for you to go into that matchup right now. You just lost to John. That's no slight to John. There's no slight to anybody you've lost to. But do you feel like you need a win beforehand? I feel like if you go in now, I don't know if you need a training montage or something. I understand mentally you're ready for this matchup and you're ready for whatever, but physically, are you ready for this matchup?
Well, I mean, the truth is, I fucking fell off Hell in a Cell at WrestleCade, got put through a ladder from the top of a ladder with an orange soda. My back is in pain. I didn't really have that much time to recover because, work calls. Yeah, truthfully, I'm in a lot of pain. But, for anyone that's known me and anyone that's watched me for years in this company, pain does not faze me, pain will not stop me, and I'm never gonna stop. Aaron, wait, listen, I'm hurt. I'm really fucking hurt, to be honest with you. Everything hurts. I shouldn't even be on this show. I shouldn't even be in Hardmic. I shouldn't be here. I should still be taking time off. But duty calls. I love this place. I can't take any more time away. I can't. And I need that big win that will put me back on the map. So whether I'm hurt, whether I have a busted rib, a broken arm, a broken finger but via Hunter Quinn, I don't know, okay? It doesn't matter to me. Because whether I'm half dead or I'm way more alive than usual, I'm not going to stop fighting. And I know how Aaron Waite is in that ring. And listen, I know he's going to absolutely bring it. but I'm gonna bring way, way more to the table.
I want to put this. I just want to put this on the table here, and you can flip it over. You could, it's whatever. I understand. I think it's smart for you to rest, but I also know that you are not a man who wants to rest. So what I'm simply going to offer, because I don't know if I'm making matches full on, but next week, Ryan Swift versus a member of Team Overdrive of your choice in the main event.
Oh, of my choice.
Out of Ricky Delaney, Mike Angel, Jeremy Barmore, Josh Wolf versus Ryan Swift. You pick. You don't have to pick now.
I think it should be Delaney. Shout out Delaney.
Interesting choice. Interesting.
I wouldn't mind beating your head in again.
Man, Josh, man, listen, why are you gonna be so rude, man? I didn't even say anything to you. Okay,
Yeah,
listen,
Because
I
want
get
to
it.
beat your
I'd
team at Summer Series.
personally pick Mike Angel. Man's a stud, but I want to put that there. We can confirm it later, but I think if there are a group of people right now who are working hard for this division to succeed. Whether that's teaming up with whatever or not, there are a group of people who I think are really trying to make headway in this company, and I think you're a person who is trying to do the same thing in your own way. And I think the only way to really get ready is to fight like-minded people right now, Swift. And I think those people are enough as like-minded. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to close the show down. You don't have to say anything now. But that's on the table for next week. We have a lot more on the table for sure. Next week as a whole. Thursday, Rise. I don't remember the matches that have already set up. Check Twitter. Follow Twitter. COH Wrestling 1, I think. Subscribe to this. Like this video. And with that, that's
Hashtag
Hardmic.
watch ammo.